What's going on there? Austin Lewis here, coming to you guys with another YouTube video, and as you guys saw in the title and in the thumbnail, I'm going to be teaching you the top 5 rookie mistakes when getting into the ATM business. Now, these have costed people thousands of dollars, and they've costed them hours upon hours of time, financial mistakes, ATM mistakes. These top 5 things that you guys need to be aware of that are rookie mistakes before getting into the ATM business, because one thing people do not like to do when getting into the ATM business is purchase a course or pay for a one-on-one mentorship or coaching or get the correct guidance. They just stick to YouTube, watch YouTube, see what YouTube videos are apparent to them, and think that they learned everything about the ATM business. Now, that might not be truly the case. I recommend getting more information that isn't shared here on YouTube. That's actually extremely relevant to the ATM business. Now, if you guys are watching this video saying, Austin, that's kind of contradicting, why are you posting this YouTube video? Because I want to give as much free value as I potentially can, so that if you do decide to not move forward with a course or not purchase any workshops or anything like that, that you can go out there and potentially have as much massive success in the ATM business as possible. Now, guys, before we even start this video, make sure and go smash up that thumbs up button. Make sure and drop in the comment section below what you guys would like to see in future videos. If you guys are brand new here, definitely go subscribe. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Each of us is one of us. One of us is all of us. We're all gonna go crush this thing. Top rookie mistakes when starting an ATM business. Number 5, ladies and gentlemen, and this happens to be, they are not tracking their numbers. So what do you mean, Austin? They are not tracking their profits, okay? In the ATM business, it is almost crucial to be tracking your monthly profits, your daily profits from an ATM machine, especially if you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 30 ATM machines. You need to be tracking your ATM profits. Most people just think that they can get into the business, place the ATM, and it makes $300 or $277 that month, and it just goes into the bank account, and they're excited and they're fired up and they're stoked and all that other good stuff, which, yeah, you can do that, but I want you to track your ATM profits, because where attention goes, energy flows. As you focus on those things, you'll be able to scale your business and actually know where your business is actually at in terms of financially. You'll know when to then purchase another ATM. Based on your ATM profits, you'll know that you have made X amount of dollars so that you can invest Y amount of dollars so that you can create equal sign of more ATM revenue. Number 4 is rookies do not understand where to get the ATM delivered. I personally am a huge advocate. You guys know this. I do not ship the ATM to the business. I don't do it. I do not do it. I do not ship the ATM to the business. I refuse to do that. Why? Because it shows how unprofessional you actually are. What I do is I ship it to my office. I ship it to my office, or if you have a house, ship it to your house. If you have a condo, ship it to your condo. I ship it to my office. I get the ATM here. As you guys see my ATMs in my other videos, or unboxing the ATM video, or on my Instagram, they come in boxes straight from Yosong Halo, right? Halo 2s are the ATM machines that we order. They come straight from Yosong, and they're in big old boxes, and they're strapped up and all that other good stuff. So I ship them to my office. I unbox the ATM. I then program the ATM machine. I put in the keys. Now, mind you, guys, this is about an hour to an hour and a half of work with one ATM, even if you know what you're doing, right? Regardless, if you could be the fastest guy in the world, doing all of that stuff takes about an hour and a half. Can you imagine doing that at a business? Absolutely not. Shows how much unprofessional you are. Where if you do it at your home, or if you do it at your business or your office, you guys are able to get that ATM 100% ready to go. So that way, all you got to do is literally just go install. That shows you how professional you guys are. Now, number 3 rookie mistake is they do not have a contract. I understand you're excited, you are fired up, you are out of the world that this guy said that you can get your ATM inside his location. You shake his hand, and then 7 days later you install the ATM, and then 7 days later he says, hey bro, I want you to move your ATM machine. That happens more times than not. I've seen it done. All of my friends that said, Austin, do not use a contract. Why would you use a contract? Handshakes are good. I'm homies with the business owner. I like, trust, and respect each and every single one of you that have done that. And maybe if you have gotten burned, drop in the comment section below. But I know rookie mistakes is not having an ATM contract. Why? Because this contract is ironclad. This allows you to keep your ATM machine in that business for X amount of minimal time. That way, you know when you place that ATM, you go through that hard work, you go through unboxing, you go through purchasing, you spend that time, you spend that energy getting that ATM installed, and here comes to show that you have to move it in 7 days. An ATM contract will allow you to at least legally be able to help you and have a peace of mind, understanding, knowing, seeing, touching that your ATM machine will at least be able to be there for a minimum of however long your ATM contract is. There's multiple ways to do it. You can do a 30-day period, you can do a 90-day trial period, you can do it a year trial period. Heck, you can even do a 3-year trial period with that ATM location, with that business. But that happens to be a rookie mistake, is they do not use contracts. Therefore, they get burned, and then they do what? They talk about how bad the business is. Number two happens to be a topic of conversation quite often. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but it happens to be bank account. They don't set up the right bank account. I truly believe, okay, there's a lot of banks that you can go out there. Don't go to a bigger bank. Don't go to a Wells Fargo or a Chase or a bigger bank, because they do not like the ATM business, typically because you're pulling out massive amounts of cash. Now, that is if you are loading the machine. If you're not loading the machine, you probably won't have as many problems because you're not going to be pulling out a lot of cash. You're just going to be getting monthly deposits, which typically isn't a huge, massive problem unless you are the cash loader. Now, if you happen to be the cash loader, setting up a bank, the correct bank is almost crucial. Letting the bank know that you are in the ATM business, or sometimes I know some of our students say, hey, I'm in the consulting business. It deals with a lot of cash. I pull out a lot of cash. I take in a lot of cash, different things like that. Banks will allow it. But set up into a personal checking or get yourself a business checking. That way you can at least put it into the right accounts. That way you guys can keep track of it. I do not recommend putting it in just like your personal checking for now and doing all these transactions, because it's super hard to keep track of. It's super hard to see what deposits are happening, what's going where, etc. Just be mindful and understand that setting up your bank account is super crucial. If you do happen to have an LLC or you do happen to have a legal business, then obviously use your EIN number when setting up a bank account. Make sure that that LLC is not, say, ATMs inside the LLC, because banks typically do not like an LLC with the ATM inside of it. Number one is the number one rookie mistake that individuals make when getting into the ATM business: underestimating the ATM costs. I've done a video before breaking down how much it costs to get into the ATM business. Some people think, obviously, I totally understand, depending on your goals, depending on what it is that you're looking to do inside the ATM business. I understand that maybe you want to just own the ATM and you want to have somebody loaded and all that other good stuff, but understanding that if you do just want to own the ATM, then you do have to pay for install. Unless you're going to install it yourself, you still do have to pay for Wi-Fi. If you need a Wi-Fi box, if you need an Ethernet cable ran, you need to pay for an Ethernet cable to be run, unless you're going to run it, which probably won't look professional. I highly recommend making it look professional, because that service is a good service, and that if that business likes it, then they're going to refer you to who? Their friends, right? That they like, trust, and respect, which happen to own other barbershops and other salons. Not underestimating the actual cost of the ATM business, not being able to pay for a service, thinking that all they got to do is just pay for an ATM and they're going to be able to install and make a bunch of money and rock and roll off of a $2,500 investment. Is that possible? Yes. Do I see that happening all the time? Probably not. Do I see that happening to you? Sure. But what I recommend is just knowing what it costs and the actual expenses that might come about when you guys are in the ATM business, or when you guys are getting started. Understanding that you might have to pay an installer, understanding that you might have to pay for, something if it breaks or something like that, right? It doesn't happen typically too often on an ATM machine, especially if you guys are buying new, which I highly recommend buying new, because buying used is an absolute nightmare. But number one rookie mistake: underestimating an ATM cost to the business. Just be aware of that. Be mindful of that. If you are starting the ATM business, make sure you have a little bit more cushion for the pushing, so that you guys do not get stressed out. But also, don't be scared to invest, right? Because I truly believe that the best investment, it happens to be the ATM business. The ATM business can generate that passive income that you guys are looking for on a monthly basis, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. And I truly believe you guys will be able to achieve your goals and dreams by getting into the ATM business. Those were the top 5 rookie mistakes when getting into the ATM business that most rookies, I'm sorry, they absolutely do. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure and go smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are brand new here and you guys are still watching, make sure and go subscribe to your boy. We drop content almost every single day for those of you that are looking to grow, expand, make more money, passive, ATM business, everything. Ladies and gentlemen, Austin Lewis here saying we'll see you guys in the next video.